Hello, my dear students. Welcome back to Dr. Maran's Chemistry Academy. So today we're gonna review the other types of chemical bond, which is the coordinate bond, right? The another name for coordinate bond is what we call as dative bond, right? So we're gonna look into some of the questions related to coordinate bond, right? Let's. Now, the first question, as you can see here, right? So this is explain the term coordinate bond, right? When we talk about coordinate bond, we have to understand that it is a type of covalent bond, right? But in reality, we know that covalent bond is a sharing of a pair of electrons between two atoms, right? That we can say that both atoms are contributing the electron sharing. But when it comes to the coordinate bond or dative bond, okay, they are not. Only one party is actually contributing the electron and the other party is the receiving end, on the receiving end. So what we can say is we have to understand that in order to form a coordinate bond, the two rules must be fulfilled. One is you must have a lone pair of electron, right, coming from one atom, and number two is empty orbital, right? So these are the two key criteria that need to be fulfilled before the coordinate bond can be formed, right? So what we're going to see is we're going to define what is the term coordinate bond. Coordinate bond is a type of covalent bond whereby only one atom is involved in the electron sharing and the other atom is on the receiving end. So what we can see is one atom will have the lone pair of electron, all right, readily to contribute to the another atom which has the empty orbital, all right. So this is what we call as the coordinate bond or covalent bond, all right. So this is a very pretty much is a 2 marks question, exam question that will be asked. Now we move on to the second question. Draw a diagram to show the chemical bonding in aluminium chloride. Okay, this aluminium chloride, as you can see, is slightly different as compared to aluminium trichloride. Okay, this is a monomer state. This is what we call as a monomer state, and this is called as a dimer state. Okay, what is the difference? Usually, in order to become more stable, all right, this will form a dimer. This is because, as we can see, aluminium trichloride is an electron deficient compound. Why electron deficient compound? As we can see, aluminium has 3 electrons, right? It has 3 electron, valence electron, where it needs another 5 more electron to become octet. But in this case, what we can see here, aluminium is only bonded to 3 other chlorine atoms. So what we can see here is each chlorine will again contribute to 1 electron each, and we can still see there are 2 more electrons which need to be filled up to become octet. So we can say that aluminium trichloride is an electron deficient compound which need further electrons to become octet configuration. So this is what we call as the electron deficient compound. All right, electron deficient compound. So I believe you have learned in your in your chemical bonding that we have 3 types of rules to the octet, right? Expansion to the octet, electron deficient, and number 3 is the odd numbers of electrons. Okay, some molecules will have different behaviors by having an odd number of electrons in their shell. So all these 3 are the exception to the octet rule. So what we can see is this is needing more electron to become octet. So in order to become more stable, right? So what happened? This monomer, aluminium chloride in the monomer state, will become a dimer. All right. So in order to know how they form a dimer and how the coordinate bond is formed, please stay tuned and please subscribe to my channel to know more. See you soon.